Hello, everyone. Today, I want to share with you guys what it is like being a charge nurse at a skilled nursing facility slash a long-term care facility. For those of you who don't know, I am a travel PRN charge nurse at a skilled nursing facility in rural New Mexico. So, how I want to explain this is I'm going to explain it in two parts. First, I'm going to explain the scope of a charge nurse at a SNF and our roles and duties. So, just try to make it clear this is not the same as being a charge nurse in a hospital. There's not a lot of that shuffling of beds and floating. There's not a lot of that here. There's more of in like admission stuff and paperwork. But let's get into it. So let's talk about my role as a charge nurse here. So there's a lot of delegation. You do have a lot of LPNs that work at nursing homes or skilled nursing facilities. So there's a lot of LPNs you have to manage along with CNAs and medical aides. We call them CMAs, certified medication assistant. I think that's what it's for. But we have a lot of those there that you delegate. So you assign tasks to, you assign your showers to your CNAs, you assign what med cart your med aides are going to be on, and what unit your nurses are going to be on. So there's a lot of delegation. I do appreciate getting this experience because that just helps me as a nurse, probably going into leadership. And most of you know, I got into nurse practitioner school. So this is really adding to my experience and to me as a whole. You guys know I'm in business too, but I'm getting sidetracked here. So that is mostly your role along with, your regular nursing duties. You're going to pass meds, you're going to give your insulins, you're going to check your blood sugars, just regular nursing duties. If somebody has a trach, you're going to do your suctioning. You're going to do your nebulizer treatments for those of who needs neb treatment. You got to do your CPAP. You got to do your wound care. So you still function in that role as a regular nurse. Just as a charge nurse, you just have to manage more and it's more delegating. So that wraps up the delegation. So now that we got the role over with, let's dive into my scope as a charge nurse at a skilled nursing facility. So the main scope for me that I've seen so far is admission and discharge. There's a lot more managerial and paperwork that you do as the charge nurse. It's not necessarily the hands-on physical aspect of discharging a patient, like getting them ready, teaching them. It's not more so those. You delegate that to your LPN. What you do as the charge nurse is you have to make sure you got with physical therapy. Did they get their functional ability test done? Did you finish that paperwork for them? Are they going to need a wheelchair when they discharge from here? Where are they going to be discharged from? So there's a lot of that back end paperwork that I, as a charge nurse, have to make sure is finished and that the patient is being discharged safely, on top of what the LPN is going to teach the patient about their medication. So the discharge and admission part, admission, I have to make sure like, are they admitted? What are they admitted for prior, so I could set the room up for success? Meaning, are they going to need a Hoyer lift, a wheelchair, a walker? Are they going to need a CPAP machine? Are they going to need neb treatment? Is it an isolation room? So similar, kind of like hospital, but more it's like outside the hospital setting. And you, as the charge nurse, you have to like think about all those things coming in. So you're definitely talking to where they're getting discharged from to get those information. So if they're coming from the hospital, you get the report from the nurse. You ask your questions. They fax over all your orders. You have to enter those orders before the patient get here. Make sure your LPNs have their medications ready. So there's a lot in admission and discharge that I've seen. It's mostly paperwork and making sure they're discharging safely. Another thing in the scope is a lot of audits. There's a lot of chart audits. I have to do medication audits as a charge nurse. And I have to do a midnight census where I walk around the facility and just check each room to make sure that who's there is on the list is actually there. So it's a lot more quality control too. Checking your AEDs, checking your glucomander machines, your glucometers. Not glucomander, that's in the hospital. Oh my God. But a lot of those things you do, a lot of like signing off things, signing off all the showers that got done throughout the night. So it's a lot of admin stuff. But again, it's cool because you get to see that side. And one interesting thing that I really appreciated in this role is calling time of death. I never knew as the charge nurse in a skilled nursing facility or a long term care facility, you call time of death. I was able to do it. It was pretty nerve wracking because I'm like, oh my God, me? Like, I'm from in the hospital, the doctor does this, I'm just like, but no, it falls on you as a charge nurse. You listen to their heart, you get their last rhythm strip, get everything. I'll make another video on that, but I only did it once, so it was kind of like new and it was a little while back. I've been in this role for a year, almost a year now. I've been PRN charge nurse at this job. So I like it. I like it. It's given me the experiences that I think is valuable as a nurse. And again, my future, if I want to get into leadership, I am in NP school. So I'm doing this to add to my resume. So, in short, that's pretty much what it's like being a charge nurse at a SNF. That is the roles and my scope of practice. If I think about anything else, I'll probably make another video. Definitely keep up with my Instagram. That's where I post like daily content, just living life, you guys know. But yeah, see you guys soon.